Hello you guys, welcome back to another video. I've got a whole bunch to get into this video because the Grammys happened, the Super Bowl happened, we're getting new music, and it's just a whole lot to talk about, and we're just gonna sit here, discuss, chit chat, and I want to hear your guys' opinion about what happened this past week. So the Grammys. Yeah, the Grammys. That's what we're going to talk about. And we're going to talk about what everyone knows that we're going to talk about is Album of the Year. Let's just start off with a bang. Let's go straight into it. Album of the Year, SZA. If you didn't know, I do have a video on my YouTube channel where I predicted who I thought was going to win each category. I did think SZA was going to win Album of the Year. I truly thought, as delusional as I was, I did think she was going to win Album of the Year. Did she? No, she didn't. I mean, in our hearts, she all did. But Taylor Swift ended up winning Album of the Year. And was I surprised? Genuinely, yeah, I was. If SZA wasn't going to take it home, then I would have thought Olivia would have taken it home. Or I think John Batiste was also in the category. So I thought he would have taken it. He's a Grammy darling. I just didn't know that Taylor would win. Why? Because I believe Taylor won Album of the Year not long ago. I did not think they were going to give it to her twice. However, they did. And I was shocked to say the least, and that's no shade, no tea, no hate on anything about Taylor Swift. That is not what this video is on. If you want, we could talk about Taylor Swift in a whole nother video, but it's just that Midnight as an album, for me personally, it didn't fulfill Album of the Year. And yes, I know this is not the Carola Awards, but I think everyone was on the same page. It didn't really fulfill Album of the Year. It didn't sound like an Album of the Year. It was attached to all the hype of the Eras tour. It's been Taylor's year. Taylor Swift has been absolutely everywhere, but I didn't think that's what the Grammys were about. I mean, it's supposed to be about the music. However, we all know at this point it is just a glorified popularity contest. Therefore, I don't know what I was expecting. I mean, like I said, I was delusional, but I didn't think we were that bad. I thought we came a long way from Adele crying on the stage and giving her album of the year to Beyonce, or saying that she deserved it. And from Macklemore saying that, I believe it was Kendrick, that Kendrick deserved it. I thought we came a long way. People were already saying, hey, the Grammys, you guys do not even know what you're talking about. You don't even know what you're talking about. Are you guys... Let me regain composure. So, where was I? Did I think Taylor was going to win Album of the Year? No, I didn't. Not that they can't give it to her another time, but I just truly didn't feel like Midnight's was an Album of the Year. It didn't sound like an Album of the Year. Even the singles, I mean, Antihero, at this point, anything Taylor Swift puts out is going to do immense numbers on streaming, is going to do immense numbers purchasing, absolutely everything. Can't really compare other artists in numbers, streaming, to Taylor. Her fan base is humongous. I mean, it just wouldn't be fair. And we see Taylor Swift absolutely everywhere. So it's just going to feel like she is always constantly in the media. However, that doesn't mean SZA didn't have an immense impact with her album SOS. If we think about it, SZA has been around for a while, and I don't even think she got an award for CTRL. They didn't want to give it to her back then. And this year, she did win some awards. However, we all knew that she deserved Album of the Year because SOS honestly just was an Album of the Year. She's a trendsetter. That's the best way I can put it. She just knows what to put out. That's honestly the best way I can explain it. It seems like she's always in tune with what's happening, at least for my age group. I mean, I'm happy for Taylor Swift. Good for her. And you know what? I actually like a few of her songs. Jay-Z said it best. Jay-Z did say it best. And when he got up on that stage and he told the Grammys to their face practically, he wishes they knew what they were doing and that he just hopes they get it right. We all know what he was referring to. And I mean, the Grammys just don't want to let Black women win. And why is that? We know why. I mean, Beyonce hasn't even won an Album of the Year, and that's Beyonce. So we know why. Because we all knew that. And it's nothing new. However, you want to have hope. You want to have hope because Adele went up there and she said what was wrong with the Grammys. And I think even Macklemore said what was wrong with the Grammys. Everyone has said what is wrong with the Grammys. Drake doesn't even attend the Grammys. The Weeknd doesn't attend the Grammys for such reasons. And it's just like, are we ever going to continue to learn? Will they ever change? I don't know. We don't know. I guess that's why we tune in every year to see if they will, to see if they get it right, which they usually don't. And yeah, I do think a part of Taylor's winning has to do with all the hype that the Eras Tour has gotten. And yeah, I know the Eras Tour has nothing to do with Midnight's directly, but it is the tour that coincides with Midnight's. And even though that tour is massive and includes all her other eras, it feels like her whole, just everything, her whole image of this year, her attention, the news going on about her, and Midnight's have just almost they're almost attached. That has nothing to do with the actual music inside of Midnight's. Moving on, Olivia Rodrigo. Olivia Rodrigo didn't get any Grammys this year. You hire her to perform at the Grammys. You make her perform Vampire because we all know the Grammys pick songs that the artist performs or they have to approve. We know that because Ariana Grande wanted to perform Seven Rings and they didn't let her, so she didn't show up, which I think a lot of artists should start doing. Jay-Z and Beyonce. I think Jay-Z and Beyonce shouldn't even be attending the awards at this point if they're not going to give Beyonce an album of the year or the big three. So that's that. Anyways, Olivia Rodrigo. Yeah. Did she not deserve an award? Because Guts was incredible. It's not because she performed that she deserves an award. She was nominated for, I think, 6 Grammys and she didn't win one. She didn't win one. Moving on from Olivia, someone that did win something was Victoria Monet. And yes, I guessed it. I knew she was going to win Best New Artist. Because in that category, I do feel like Victoria was the strongest performer. She deserves her flowers. She's been a writer for so many other artists, and she's responsible for so much of the songs we have today. She's Best New Artist for a reason because she's pulling out the visuals. She's doing the dancing. She has the aesthetic down. She has the song. She has the songwriting. Honestly, out of everyone else on the Best New Artist list, I think I knew Ice Spice and Noah Khan. And Coco Jones. I think if Coco Jones was nominated, I'm pretty sure she was nominated. It was her time. It was her time and she got it. What did I think about Taylor Swift dragging her up on the stage? Honestly, I didn't think much of it. I know a whole bunch of people had a problem with that, but I really didn't have a problem with that. What is the problem with bringing your friend on the stage? And then people made themselves look like a fool because they went online and said, Taylor shouldn't be dragging up Lana. She said she didn't want to go. Lana looks so upset. And Lana went on Instagram and she embarrassed everyone who said that. She said, I had a great time. I don't know, people just pick and pick and pick. And if we're going to pick, we need to pick for the right reasons. Next thing about the Grammys is that the performances are bland. The performances are bland. We got to fix it. We got to fix it because the Grammys are 3 hours long and the performances are not worth sitting through 3 hours. Vampire was okay. I don't think it was a performance that she should be doing at an award show. It's not very exciting. It's a great and amazing song, but I don't think it's one to perform for a huge crowd like that and to perform on television. 2, SZA was great. I can't even tell you who else performed. Who else performed? Dua Lipa? Why are you acting like you don't know this song? All of that to say, what are we doing with the Grammys? Are we going to watch a 3-hour show just to watch people not get recognized for their efforts, even though they really deserve to? Are we going to continue watching? Jay-Z went up on there and he said that they tried to boycott, and they haven't because they're still there. So what does that mean for us normal people who watch the Grammys for entertainment? Are we supposed to boycott? Are we going to keep watching? If you would ask them what song was culturally impactful the year of 2023, I don't think they would say a correct song. Now, there would probably be multiple answers for that. However, I don't even think they'd get one. I do not think they'd get one because they're just so out of touch. That is the perfect word that I was looking for. They're out of touch. We all know the Grammys don't actually mean anything. Next, the Super Bowl. I loved Usher's performance. I loved the skates. I loved the band. I loved the outfits. I loved everything. I loved the guests. I love Ludacris. I love Little John. I love Alicia Keys. I thought it was a great, great Super Bowl performance. Mind you, I don't even remember the last 5 Super Bowl performers. I know it was Rihanna, Dr. Dre. Yeah, the Maroon 5 one. I feel like the songs were a little bit rushed. Not even a little bit, a lot. I'm not gonna lie. But it's just because he doesn't have a large amount of time to perform the songs. I get it. And you know what I realized after I watched the performance? I'm like, he performed so many songs in this one performance, and he didn't perform all his hits. I didn't even realize how many hits Usher has. I was sitting there singing every single one. I haven't heard these songs since my childhood either, mind you. And that got me thinking, Usher has a huge catalog of songs. He's been around for so long. And I'm thinking, who's going to perform the next Super Bowl? Who has a large collection of songs to perform the Super Bowl? What Gen Z artists in the future could perform at the Super Bowl that we have around right now? Because I know another one could pop up. But I mean, if you think about it, I don't know, we don't really have anyone that could. Who do you think in a few years from Gen Z could perform at the Super Bowl? Because I was having a hard time guessing. I was thinking Drake could do a Super Bowl anyway, but someone said it's in New Orleans next year. You do a Young Money Super Bowl? I've seen a little thing going around, and like I said earlier, people on the internet just love to hate. People are saying Beyonce stole Usher's spotlight. Did Beyonce steal Usher's spotlight? No, of course not. Please do not be silly. Usher had his spotlight. Beyonce has a different spotlight. We can celebrate two people's spotlight at the same time. It's like two things can be true at once. I don't know what goes through people's head that they don't think two people can be successful at the same time. And I know people came at Taylor Swift for that too at the Grammys announcing her album. For me, it didn't take the spotlight away from SZA. It didn't take the spotlight away from Victoria Monet. It didn't take the spotlight away from anyone else who won an award. It didn't take the spotlight away from Miley Cyrus. 2 is out from Beyonce, and it is country. She is going full on country. Now, I'm not a country music fan, but I will be for Beyonce. I heard 16 Carriages, and that song is so beautiful. That song is so beautiful. Even Texas Hold'em. That is a fun song. I'm gonna be line dancing to Beyonce now. I mean, we all knew it was coming. We've heard rumors about it. It was gonna be country, and the next one's supposed to be rock. Now, what I've seen people say is that Beyonce is reclaiming genres for Black people. I'll link a video down below where I saw that theory, and if that is true, I'm pretty sure it might be, but I don't want to speak for Beyonce. That is an amazing idea, and I absolutely love that. I'm here to hear Beyonce's country music. I do think she can possibly open up the genre for other people, and that'd be so amazing. I'm excited for this era. I'm excited for the visuals. I'm excited for the music, for the album, for the concept, because you know Beyonce is going to come with an album, with a concept, with a direction, with everything.
People don't make albums anymore. They don't make albums. They just try to sell a bunch of little quick singles, and they burn out, and they put out a new one, and they burn out, and they put out a new one.
Is country coming back? Because Lana's coming out with an album this year too, and it's supposed to be country. And Beyonce is coming out with a country album. I don't know. It's looking like a country year. It's looking like a country year. I'm open to listening to some country music. I think Lana has already dabbled in country a little bit. She's done the Country Roads Take Me Home cover, which sounded really good on her voice. I think both of them have a great voice for country, which leads me to Miss Taylor Swift. You're gonna miss the country train. You're gonna miss the country horse. I don't know what to tell you. The Tortured Poets Department should have been a country album. Or it might be a country album. We actually don't know if it's not a country album. But Post Malone is on it and Florence and the Machine is on it, which leads me to believe that I don't know the vibe. I cannot guess the vibe of this album. I can't guess the genre. I can't guess what angle she's going for. I'm guessing it's a breakup album, as everyone has predicted. An acoustic kind of vibe. I might be wrong. I don't listen to Post Malone and I don't listen to Florence and the Machine, so I don't know what their genres are. I think Florence is a bit pop, but kind of, I don't want to say indie, but around there. And Post Malone is kind of, I don't even know what Post Malone's doing these days. I don't know what he's been doing since White Iverson.
My first truck when I was 3, drove 100,000 miles on my knee.
But he seems happy. With the Tortured Poets Department coming out, we also have Miss Ariana Grande coming out a month before that. A month before that, which makes me nervous. It makes me nervous. I don't know, because I didn't really like Yes and. I didn't. Did I say I didn't? I didn't tell you guys I didn't like Yes and. Yeah, I didn't like it. House is just not my vibe unless it's Renaissance. I have not seen the concept for Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind in the photos, in the promo, in the music. I don't know, girls. She's been posting Wicked here, Wicked this, Wicked that, and the trailer did look good. I'm not into musicals, but the trailer did look good. It looked like it had a high budget. There's no budget when I'm on the set. I will be seated watching that in the movie theater. I just want to hear what inspired the album, what the album means to the artist. That's why I like promo. I like to know. I'm a Gemini. I need to know everything. But it's okay because I know she's going to give us great music. I know she's going to give us great music. I think that's all I got for you guys today. I just wanted to sit here and chat. Tell me what you think about the new music coming out. Tell me what you think about Eternal Sunshine. Tell me what you think about Beyonce's country moment. Tell me what you think about the Grammys. Leave it down below, and I'll see you guys next video.